welcome back to another episode of Talking Toku, Boston and Bellingham's only podcast about Godzilla, Gamera, Ultraman, and all their kaiju friends. I am your host, David.
I'm the other host, Brian.
And hey, it's 2023. Happy New Year. I know it's like
We made it.
we're over halfway through the month at this point, but shut up. Take the greeting, for God's sake.
What would this be? This would be season 3.
Are we actually still doing seasons? Is that a thing?
No.
Okay, good, because you keep saying it and I always just like ignored it completely, and there is no actual seasons for Talking Toku on like any of the platforms.
It would be really funny if we went back and we just made seasons retroactively.
Yeah, I mean, I have the ability to do that. I'm fairly certain, but
this is the dark era where we didn't use scripts.
Yeah,
and then the Reformation era where we use
the Reformation era,
script. And then now we're in the we don't plan these era.
I mean,
so
that's been like that for a long time now, Brian.
Okay.
We haven't been planning any of these for a long time.
That's a good point.
So,
yeah.
You know. All right. But hey, guess what? If you listened to our last episode before the end of 2022, you'll know. And I mean, I guess you'll know if you're looking at the title of the podcast, the episode, which I feel like I say that all the time. I should stop saying that. It's a dumb joke at this point. It was never a funny joke to begin with, but you know. Hey, we're reviewing Shin Ultraman.
Goddamn right we are.
Well,
I'll be reviewing the everything but the first 15 minutes of it.
I was gonna say I'm reviewing Shin Ultraman, and Brian's reviewing an hour and a half of Shin Ultraman.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll fill you in. Don't worry. Yeah, it's long story short, it's a pretty cool movie. We'll of course.
I thought it was pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun.
There was a giant woman in it.
That's true.
Yeah.
But that's for spoilers. Anyways, we got some news to go over. Not a lot of news for the fact that we took pretty much a month off, but you know, I guess that makes sense. You know, holidays exist. Period.
Yep.
You know, no one's making big news, but we do got quite a few. And fuck me. I guess we have another shitty dinosaur movie to cover for this podcast later this year. The trailer for 65 dropped, in which Adam Driver goes to space and inadvertently goes back in time to what the film will more than likely just refer to as, quote, dinosaur times, rather than any specific geological period. Kind of reverse Planet of the Apes style. It looks bad, but we'll probably see it, and we're probably gonna hate it.
Yeah. I watched the trailer for it at work. And my coworker walked by me and said out loud, "That looks like shit."
It looks so bad. And it's so when the trailer first dropped, so I like kind of accidentally like been like made my way into paleo Twitter. I don't like interact on Twitter. I just like scroll. But I've somehow inadvertently like followed a bunch of paleo artists and just paleo people in general. So like I kind of know what like the paleo community thinks about dinosaur media. So, you know, I know everyone fucking loved Prehistoric Planet. And when the trailer for this movie dropped, it was like a fucking bomb went off because no one thought it looked good. Everyone, it's honestly very telling that now that Jurassic World has wrapped for now, we're getting another dinosaur movie, and the designs for the dinosaurs are somehow even worse than those in the Jurassic franchise. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And like,
and also like, it just doesn't even look that cool.
It doesn't. Like,
It's literally gonna be like what's that M. Night movie that came out
I don't know.
where it was Will Smith and
After
it
Earth?
was After Earth, where they return to Earth by accident,
Yeah.
and it's like everything's trying to kill them or whatever.
Yeah. I will say, I really think the movie, just the concept in general, would be a lot better if it wasn't Earth. If it was just an alien planet that was populated by dinosaurs, I think that'd be a much more interesting concept than just, oh, this is Earth.
I think it would be more interesting too, because then you could actually have a real valid reason for sprucing up the dinosaur looks.
Exactly. Like it makes you can
by setting it on Earth, you're purposefully crippling yourself.
Yeah.
Because then you have to make it look like something from Earth. Whereas if you had dinosaurs on an alien planet, they could be alien dinosaurs, which is ridiculously cool.
Exactly. I mean, and granted, that movie kind of already exists with 1977's Planet of Dinosaurs, but I don't know, man. It's just
it's like a slam dunk, and the fact
really
that
is.
they didn't even try.
I mean, this is fucking Hollywood, man. No one tries in Hollywood at this point.
How much you want to bet that the whole reason they did was so that they could have some scene where Adam Driver finds like old human ruins, and there's like a Coke sign or something for
oh my god. What was it? But that's the thing. Like the trailer makes it clear that it is Earth 65 million years ago. Unless the movie's trying to fucking gaslight us by saying that, and it's actually going to be.
I was going to say like my theory after watching it, because I know that it's going to be a stupid movie, is that like somehow humans went extinct and the dinosaurs came back.
Listen, if that ends up being the case, and that's the reason for like the more kind of shitty reptilian dinosaur designs, I would actually be okay with that. I actually would not mind that if that was the case.
It would make sense considering that the closest thing we have dinosaurs that are left are like alligators.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know what? If that ends up being the case, which I'm sure it will not be, I am all for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be something dumb.
That being said, we're definitely gonna cover this for the show. Brian, do you want to do the same thing we did for Jurassic World Dominion?
No, because instead of me alone going to see this while high, me and our number one fan, Sam, will go watch it high. So
the answer is yes, then, Brian.
Well, yeah. I guess yeah.
Okay.
Plus one.
Plus one. Get her on the podcast too. Why not?
I've asked her. She said no.
Wow. Some fan
she likes to listen. She likes to listen to us. She doesn't like to be on it.
I guess. All
and
right.
she also said that she would have no idea what she's talking about. And then I pointed to the example of how our first guest ever, Jake, had literally no idea what he was talking about.
Oh, Jake. All right, well, Brian,
you don't have to know what you're talking about to be on.
Here's the thing.
I barely know what I'm talking about.
It's true. So, Brian, here's what you got to do. You just got to tell her, if you're on the show, you can be a friend of the show, and that'll seal the deal.
I think she's probably caught on to that, considering she's listened to most of these episodes.
Oh, very nice. All right, well, I would say I can't wait to see 65, but that would just be a fucking lie, a straight up lie. I do not want to see 65, but we're gonna have to.
Hey, you know what though? It could surprise us, because this year has already been surprising with how good both Megan and Plane have been received.
Oh, did you see Plane, Brian?
No, but okay. I want to.
Oh my god.
But I've seen that people like kind of liked it.
I have not seen any of that, and that's honestly very surprising that people like fucking Plane.
I don't know. I haven't looked at like any of the actual like reviews, but from from spoken word and some places on the internet, I know that Chris Stuckman put out a review and he said he really liked it. So,
okay.
Yeah, I trust Chris Stuckman. I mean, him and I, I share pretty similar opinions with him. So I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as he even released a video about it, though, I was like, oh, it's probably good because he doesn't review bad movies anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which, good for him.
Well, Brian, you want to tell us about a movie that is actually going to be good?
Yeah, big news and something we're both very excited for. Werewolf by Night director and film composer extraordinaire Michael Giacchino has announced that he will be directing a remake of the classic 1954 monster movie, Them. We're both big fans of the original and big fans of Giacchino. We've got a lot riding on this one. Dude, I remember you texting me about this, and I was fucked up.
I was typing in all caps.
I love Them. Them is such a good movie. Anyone listening, if you haven't watched it, go find it. I don't know what it's on, but it is like legitimately an
it's
awesome
probably on
creature
Max because I know it's like a Warner Brothers film, so it's more than likely on HBO Max.
If it's gonna be anywhere, it'll be on there.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember it was really so. I was at work when this news dropped. I was literally in the middle of a conversation with one of my cashiers. And she was talking, and I was kind of scrolling on my phone. I was paying attention, of course, but I was just scrolling through my phone. And I stopped on the news article on Facebook I saw. And I literally said out loud, "What?" And I just had to, I wanted to confirm, like, there's no way. Click on the news article, scroll through it, and I just start, like, kind of laughing out of joy. Just, like, pure, unadulterated joy. And then I immediately go text you in all caps, Brian. And you're like, what? And I just send you the link. And then you're like, yo.
Yeah.
I told you it made my night. And I think you said it made your night as well.
Oh, dude, same. Yeah, no, like, because, like, this is kind of weird, but I really like giant bug creature features. I think those movies are, like, really fun, and we haven't really gotten them very often. They're kind of like that subgenre has kind of died off.
Yeah.
But dude, Them is like one of the OG big bug movies. I remember you and I watched it, and we had like no opinion going into watching it for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we fucking loved it when we watched that. That we watched that at my house.
I believe so, yeah.
And I had a great time. I've been meaning to watch it again, and this is like a perfect opportunity to watch it.
Yeah, no, that's here. God, we're just teasing a bunch of episodes in the future. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be covering the original for this podcast leading up to this film because
I feel like
I have not seen it since we watched it at your house, and I think you said the same.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched it since either. I think I did like a while back recommend that we should cover it.
You did. I remember that.
No, we got this other stuff to do.
Yeah, but now we actually have a legitimate reason for covering it, so we'll definitely be doing it in the future. And I
hope we get a Eight-Legged Freaks follow up.
Oh my god!
We can review Eight-Legged Freaks.
God. But Brian, did you watch Werewolf by Night or no?
No, I still haven't.
Damn. It's really good. I mean, that's like the first thing Michael Giacchino has like directed. But it is a love story to like 40s Universal horror, and it's really, really fantastic. So, and
is it a movie or a show?
It's like a TV special. It's like an hour-long special.
Oh, okay. So it's just one episode.
Yeah, it's not like anything. Yeah, it's like its own thing.
Okay. I remember thinking I should absolutely watch this because it's the only Marvel thing that Dead Meat.
Yep, I saw that.
Yeah. No, I'll probably do that if it's still on Disney Plus.
I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, it was a Disney Plus original, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited. We're both very excited. I have no doubt Giacchino's gonna knock it out of the goddamn park.
Yeah.
And the best part is, with Werewolf by Night, it was almost entirely in black and white. I'm hoping this will also be, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
Honestly, I hope black and white, like, as like a style comes back.
That would be phenomenal. It's not enough people are doing it nowadays.
Because like I've showed a bunch of people the Lighthouse, and
Yeah.
they always tell me how like I always make a point to ask them if black and white took anything out of the movie for them, and they said no.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's better.
I mean,
I watched The Mist in black and white.
Oh
not
yeah.
long ago. That is the way to watch that movie.
I haven't seen The Mist in black and white. I still haven't seen Mad Max Fury Road in black and white either.
Yeah, neither have I. I've only like I did the cheap way of doing it where I just turned off color.
Turned
on
off the
my
color.
TV and watched it like that. But apparently that's not like a 1-to-1.
It's not. No.
You have to watch it like how they transferred it.
Yeah.
But I have the black and chrome edition, so I have no excuse for not watching it.
I will say I have watched Captain America: The First Avenger in black and white, and that's actually a lot of fun because it makes it makes it like kind of like a old war serial. It's very cool.
I don't think I've watched the first Avenger in like a decade.
It's still very, very good. Holds up very well.
Okay.
All
right.
Anyways, hey, related to our topic today, Cleopatra Entertainment, a company that seemingly no one has fucking heard of, because when this news dropped, that's like half the discussions about it I saw was that like, who? Anyways, they've acquired the U.S. distribution rights to Shin Ultraman, and a VOD and Blu-ray release is planned apparently for spring of this year. That's kind of all we know at the time. It was kind of a sure thing that they were gonna do a Blu-ray release here in the States because they bothered dubbing it in for the theater release, and you know, there was no reason for them to dub it if they weren't gonna drop it on home video in the States. So I'm not surprised, but I'm also pretty excited because I didn't think it was gonna take not that long. You know, spring is not far away. Like we're halfway through January already. So
yeah, got it already.
I know.
Oh
it's
man,
gross.
that means Dead Space remake is in like 10 days.
You're right.
Yeah. No, I don't care that it's halfway through. I want to be 3/4 of the way through.
Well, wait like
or
4 more days, Brian.
Yeah. I really want that Dead Space remake real bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so be on the lookout for Shin Ultraman on Blu-ray. I'm definitely going to buy it because I am an addict.
I'm definitely going to buy it too so I can actually watch
the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish that they would just release it on streaming, but, you know, whatever.
It sucks.
I'll get into that later.
It sucks for you especially because, like, I know, like, before it came out here in the States, Tsuburaya, I think twice uploaded the first 5 or 10 minutes of the movie on YouTube.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You know, I just realized that it's probably sitting on some fucker's like Google Drive somewhere.
It probably is.
I could have just asked around.
I mean, if you dig enough, you can probably find it, Brian.
God damn it! All right, well, whatever. It's fine. You can fill me. You can fill me in.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, our final news story for this week, or I mean, the last several weeks. Weird to see such a cool announcement have so little details, but Shin Kamen Rider is getting a video game tie-in with SD Shin Kamen Rider Ranbu, a side-scroller beat-em-up from Bandai Namco. It'll be released on the Nintendo Switch and PC, but only in Japan, unfortunately. Perhaps later it'll be made available to international markets, but only time will tell. Dave, you think in the game you'll play as Kamen Rider and you'll be able to jump out of a coffin?
I don't know, Brian. We'll probably have to wait to see if the movie does that. But yeah,
if they don't,
so update.
I will cry.
Update. I know we keep saying we haven't watched any more Kamen Rider, but hey, we've actually watched some more Kamen Rider since the last time we had a podcast episode. And
boy, has it gotten fucking crazy.
I mean, Brian, you called it the best episode of the series so far, and I'm honestly liable to agree.
It was the best episode of the series.
Yeah, it was.
Because instead of just subtly alluding to them being maybe aligned with the Nazis. They just came out and were talking about Nazis all the time and had actual Nazi footage.
Yeah, they used actual like archival footage from World War II. You actually see Adolf Hitler in the series, which is hilarious because this is a children's show ultimately.
Yep.
So yeah,
it does not feel like it.
It doesn't. I mean, supposedly it's going to come episode 14 or episode 15 rather. But yeah, so the episode we're specifically talking about is the Deadly Chameleon Showdown at the Old World's Fair. Yeah, it was. I can't even remember whether or not I was like drunk and or high. I mean, I know I usually am when we watch stuff, but it was insane. Like.
I was completely sober and I was still like hollering at my screen.
It was great. It was honestly so entertaining. Yeah. We're still big on Kamen Rider. We're gonna slowly keep going on it. We'll see how long that takes.
The best thing about it is that it's pretty short, so you can kind of blitz through a lot of.
So just sorry to interrupt, but my good pal Howard of DCM Doritos Connections and Mountain Dew was just walked over and handed me a post-it note, a sticky note that just reads, "There was also a Dragon Ball Z movie where Gohan one-shot Hitler."
Oh my god, let's go, dude.
Brian, I think we got to start watching Dragon Ball.
Honestly, it's one of those things that I've like thought about doing, and I just never did.
Well, we're about to become a Dragon Ball podcast.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. Let's do it. Evolve or die, Dave.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, Dragon Ball has Shenron. He's a big dragon. He's a kaiju.
That's true. Let's just review every Dragon Ball thing ever.
That's a lot, Brian. Do
it. Add it to the episode
Add it to
list.
The list. Okay.
Yep.
All right, here.
Add it to the idea list.
Hey, Howard.
Definitely made.
How bit large an undertaking would it be to review everything Dragon Ball?
Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super. So right now you're already looking at probably 1,000 episodes.
All right, Brian, you hear that? That's about 1,000 episodes.
Oh my god!
Right? 13 movies for Z, Dragon Ball has 4, Z has 13, Super has 3 now, GT has 1. So it's 1,000 episodes and 20-something movies. And OVAs, if we count OVAs, I think there's like 3 or 4. And if you want to watch Kai, Dragon Ball Z Kai, you're adding another 200 episodes.
How's that sound to you, Brian?
I think I'm good.
You think you're good? Okay. All right.
I think I'm good.
All right. Guess we're not becoming a Dragon Ball podcast after all.
Maybe if I break both my legs.
Well, just drink again and try to walk into the back door.
No. I don't have any stairs in this house. I actually couldn't.
Not with that.
I
attitude.
am on a giant hill though, so maybe I can like.
There you go.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, that does it for the news today.
And it ends in a lake, so I can fall down the hill.
Oh, there you go.
And then land in the water, so I'll maybe
fine.
live.
Yeah. Unless you do break your legs in the fall, and then you can't swim out of the lake and you'll drown.
No, I've got that natural buoyancy.
Okay. All right. Well,
all right.
New Year, return of an old segment.
Yep. Big shocker. r/Godzilla is still pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. So,
but it's kind of gone through a metamorphosis where now we're not really talking about posts, we're talking about comments.
A little bit, yeah. So, this post is asking, I want to say we've mentioned this on the show before, but Godziban, which is it's the online Godzilla puppet show web series that I still really want to start watching that, Brian. We got to do that at some point.
We do.
So they are doing like a prequel they're doing kind of like a short film, short theatrical film, and it's Mothra versus Bagan, and it's Bagan. I don't even need to like explain to you the meaning behind that character. Everyone knows it's Godzilla character that meant to appear in like a billion different movies and never did, and everyone wants him to for some reason. I don't really know why. He's kind of a whatever character, but everyone loves the character, and now that he's finally showing up in an official sense, people, they have thoughts, to put it lightly.
Too many thoughts.
Way too many thoughts. So someone on Reddit posted asking how y'all feel about Bagan's rumored upcoming theatrical appearance. It's not rumored; it's actually happening. You can see the puppet right there. It's an official puppet. They've had posters and trailers for it. It's actually happening. So, what? Let's see, Brian. What comment do we want to talk about?
Well, there was the one that you replied to.
Oh, where's that one? I gotta find it.
That comment, it got downvoted to shit.
Oh, did it? That's funny.
But he said he should have shown up in a Godzilla movie, mate, not a movie about a dumb fucking moth.
Yeah, and I replied,
and he got minus 13.
Yep.
He got downvoted to shit for that.
Yeah, so, and I actually responded to this saying, it's almost like Bagan was originally a creation for a new Mothra film. Also chill, the original Mothra is one of the best kaiju films of the Showa era. So...
Yeah. And then you got a bunch of replies to that.
Did I actually?
The person after that was like, he wasn't though. He was going to be in a Mothra movie, but it was created for Godzilla to fight first.
Yeah, and then someone responded to that. That's a very... No, someone said, yeah, he was originally going to be a Godzilla opponent in Return to Godzilla, and then someone said, that's a very different Bagan. There's a big difference between the one made for Godzilla and the Bagan that debuted in Super Godzilla. And that's then the one opponent people most want, and that particular incarnation was made for Mothra first. So I was correct. Yep. I know what I'm talking about. I have a podcast.
It's almost like you are probably the most qualified person in this entire fucking comment chain.
It's almost like I have a podcast and I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, honestly.
But yeah, that was probably kind of the most egregious one. Let's see what else.
There was another one that I saw that was like really stupid. Let me see.
Hey, so it's the same guy who responded defending me. He said, I'm 99% sure this is just a Godzilla thing that debuted at Godzilla Fest 2022. It's not a movie or anything new. It's just content that's getting an official release. Wow, someone else being smart.
Yep.
What else here? All right, this is a good one. Kind of seemed like one of those cursed monkey paw wishes. Yes, it's coming true, but it's against Mothra still. Okay, that sucks. But it's connected to Godzilla or something. Yeah. That's a 50% of a good comment.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, most of these comments are just kind of like whatever. But that one that you replied to really that was so annoying to read.
I mean, the one that shows up first is the fact he's even showing up in a movie, whether it be a short film or for Godzilla, it doesn't matter to Bagan. A job is a job. He's just glad to be not living in a box outside Toho Studios and given a chance. This is his chance to prove himself. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, you know what? I have one I want to talk about.
Okay,
and this is why I think Marvel has like ruined fucking like universe movies that like movies that are connected, but whatever. It's the last comment saying awesome, but we need him to be the Thanos of the MonsterVerse.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Universe movies, like movies that all take place in the same universe, they don't always need a fucking Thanos. It's annoying.
They don't, no.
Like they don't always need an overarching villain. Like that doesn't do anything. It doesn't make the movies better, and it doesn't make the series better.
But Brian, consider this.
And also, if there was going to be a Thanos of the MonsterVerse, it would be King Ghidorah because he always is.
Yeah, but he's already dead, so it doesn't matter.
He's dead already.
But Brian, consider this. Jurassic World had their version of the Joker. They need a Thanos
That's
now.
true. It would be the Giganotosaurus, except it would be painted purple.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Or actually, you know what? No. The Thanos of Jurassic World would be a huge not mechanical. It's already mechanical. A giant version of the Brad X.
Oh my God,
Huge.
you're right.
Like as tall as Godzilla.
That'd be that. I mean, we did joke that it was basically Mechagodzilla when we were watching Camp Cretaceous. So, yeah, honestly, you're not wrong.
Think that would be purple. That would be perfect. You just paint him purple.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's Thanos. And then Jurassic World has a Thanos.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyways, Brian, what are your thoughts on Baggin finally having an official appearance in something?
All right, I have a huge hot take.
Okay.
I don't care.
Yeah, it's not really a hot take.
Like, I don't get it. This whole thing with Baggin, people rumoring that Baggin's going to be in something, people begging for Baggin to be in something, has been going on forever.
Yeah.
Ever since I joined in like kaiju Facebook pages and I was on there and stuff on Twitter and now stuff on Reddit, I've never understood why people like actually care so much.
I don't know. I mean,
Like,
it's
sure, he looks kind of neat, but like it's not gonna make my life any better if he's in something. I don't
Brian,
care.
you mean
Like
your depression
I
won't
want
be cured
movies.
from seeing Baggin in a Godzilla movie.
I just don't care. Like I don't know why people care so much. Like it's like I don't care if he shows up in whatever. Like a Godzilla movie, Godzilla, a Mothra thing. I don't care. Like whatever. I think people like they like want stuff, and then when it happens, they're like, "Oh my God, that's so cool," and then they forget about it.
Honestly, yeah.
At this point, it's just like a giant meme, and I always saw it as just like a meme.
That's kind of
But
how
it's
I
just
see
weird.
Baggin now. Like, I don't care either. It's at this point, it's just funny to make fun of it, and that's why like my favorite version of Baggin has been in Vrano's Godzilla videos. I don't know if you have actually watched those, Brian. I know I keep telling you to
haven't.
watch them, but you never do because
know.
you suck.
I'm very lazy. I know.
Unbelievable.
I don't know. I don't know. I think people need to like chill.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Like Baggin is cool and all, but he's not the most incredible looking kaiju ever made. Like,
No.
and I don't think that it's gonna like. I don't know. What I'm saying is, I just want stuff to be good. It doesn't matter what monsters do, like show up or don't or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. I was fine with it being a meme, but that meme itself had like died off like 5 years ago, anyways.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I think that's all we got to say about r/Godzilla. Will it be back next time? I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see if there's a post that annoys us enough.
It's just really egregious. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyways, Shin Ultraman.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. It was written by our boy Hideaki Anno
Mm-hmm.
and directed by Shinji Higuchi.
The goat.
The goat.
So Brian
Dave saw the whole movie. I did not see the whole movie.
Now, Brian, did you miss it because I said the movie was taking forever to start?
No.
Okay.
So I don't really know what happened. So when I bought the ticket,
Mhm.
I swear to God, the showtime was 7:30.
Really?
I swear to God. Like I had bought it like a couple days before, and I swear to you that it said 7:30. I showed up, and one, like my scannable ticket was not working.
Oh, that's weird.
Like it just was blank. Like it was in my Google Wallet, it wouldn't show. So I went in to my email and I got the like the one from the website, and that one came up fine, but it said 7 and it was like 7:15, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's very weird. Yeah.
And then I went in and the movie was like already going, and I was like, what the fuck?
So where did you what was happening in the movie when you first got in?
So it was what I'm assuming was the second time Ultraman shows up to fight the one that digs. What I forgot what its name was.
Oh,
I don't know.
Gabora.
Yeah,
Oh wow, you
yeah,
you did miss quite a bit then. Jesus.
yeah. So I don't know what the fuck happened, to be honest with you.
All right. Well, I'll fill you in. So first off, because I told you about this,
I know you said it was like a cold open.
it was kind of a
So
cold open. So all right. So I will say I told you the first thing in the movie is a pretty funny joke.
yep.
So if you remember, because you have been watching very slowly, you've been watching Ultraman. You know how the very first episode, it has that it does the color version of the Ultra Q opening.
Yeah.
So it does that with this, and it actually recreates the Ultra Q opening in a really cool. I mean, it's all CGI, but it looks fucking cool. But instead of saying Ultra Q, it says Shin Godzilla, and then it immediately cuts to Shin Ultraman instead. It was really funny. I mean, that's honestly the biggest surprise about this movie is that it had a really great sense of humor. I was not expecting it to be as funny as it was, and that was a really, really nice surprise.
There was a lot of butt smackage.
There was a lot of ass in the movie, I will say.
Yeah, which was pretty funny.
It was a choice. I'll say that much.
Well, because that was like the first thing that that I really saw when we walked into the movie, because they were still like in the, like it was before Gabora showed up, and they were like still in the conference room like talking about Ultraman and whatever, and then it showed up, and then they had to leave. They had to drive to wherever, to like the dam looking thing or the nuclear waste storage facility thing.
Gotcha.
And in that scene, right as we sat down, the lady, I forgot her name.
She grabbed her
She
ass.
like smacked her own ass or something. It was funny.
Asami is her name, by the way.
It was funny.
But anyways, I'll kind of fill you in as to what happened, as to what you missed. So after that, haha, funny Shin Godzilla joke, it kind of goes into a quick Shin Ultra Q montage, which actually has the Ultra Q theme playing, and it just goes over a bunch of Ultra Q monsters. I think there's Gomez, who very very amusingly, because the original Gomez was made from a recycled Godzilla suit. For Shin Gomez, they literally grabbed the CG model for Shin Godzilla and just kind of painted over that to make it look more like Gomez. So that was a really fun touch. Your favorite Brian,
meta, to be honest with
it
you.
is very meta. Your favorite Brian was there. Pagila was there.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Baron Spider.
No Baron Spider. I know.
That sucks.
Yeah, you missed Pagila.
What a missed opportunity to like absolutely scare the shit out of me.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered because you didn't see it anyways.
That's true.
Who else? Pagos. I mean, they mentioned Pagos a lot later on because it shares the same body type as Naranga and Gabora. Larugeus is there. I want to say there's more I'm forgetting, but I don't remember. But then it cuts to it basically cuts immediately to Naranga's attack, and Ultraman shows up out of nowhere, and he beats the big monster. And so what happens is we actually don't learn this until later. And I mean, to most people, it's going to be obvious. But our main character, Shinji Kaminaga, he runs off to rescue a child. And that's when Ultraman shows up. And then he kind of walks off with the child. Of course, we learn later that he died. He was killed during that whole thing, and Ultraman, just like the original series, he merges with Kaminaga's body to kind of be able to exist and give Kaminaga like a second chance, basically. But that's pretty much what you missed. That's kind of it. You didn't. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else.
I kind of picked up on that. You can kind of piece it together, like with the plot details later.
Yeah, what I did like though about it is that, unlike the original Ultraman, which shows, Ultraman merging with, oh my god, I'm forgetting Shin Hayata. Sorry, I don't know why I blanked on his name. So unlike the original Ultraman, where it shows Ultraman merging with Shin Hayata, we don't actually see that happen with Ultraman here and Kaminaga. We're just told later on what happened. We never actually see it happening. We don't see Kaminaga and Ultraman actually speaking together, which it was an interesting choice. I was kind of surprised, but it was kind of a fun mystery, even though it's a mystery I already knew, because that's just how Ultraman works. I don't know.
It's probably there for people who are not Ultraman enjoyers, like
maybe, yeah,
you and I.
That's true.
Maybe
I actually,
it's probably trying to bring in a new crowd or
Mhm.
something like that.
I was trying to get one of my friends who I had gone to see the movie with to see if they wanted to get on the show, because they have actually voiced interest in coming on the show in the past, but he was unfortunately not available to come on. Very upsetting. He could have been a friend of the show, but missed opportunity. Oh well.
We gotta schedule more ahead of time.
I know. I asked him like a week in advance.
Oh.
So.
Well, their loss.
Yeah. But yeah, so now you're up to date now, Brian. You know what's happened.
All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad that, I mean, the way you said it didn't sound like I missed a whole lot. But...
No, you really you just missed Ultraman's first like appearance, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you missed like the introduction for all the characters, but even then, like some of the characters, they seem a little. I don't want to say useless because that seems mean, but like
I mean, I felt like a lot of characters in the movie, they didn't really have a lot to do.
Like, I don't think Funaberi had much to do other than just to be there as like another kid. Like everyone else, like Kaminaga obviously is the main character. Asami is our foil. Tamura's the leader, so he kind of has stuff to do. And Taki is the one at the end who ends up helping to defeat Zetten. But Funaberi is like the one.
Zetten was so cool.
Zetten's great. I loved that version of Zetten.
I
loved it.
Legitimately awesome. I had a big smile on my face.
I honestly can't wait for you to finish up the original series to see the original version of Zetten. It's going to be so like kind of a tonal whiplash. But anyways,
I am.
But yeah, that means you got to finish the fucking show, Brian. God.
I will.
All right, but yeah, no, Funaberi, like, I really feel like she didn't have much to do in the movie, which is, well, actually, now that I think about it, it kind of, it's kind of, it might be meta. It's probably not meta. It's probably unintentionally meta.
I feel like Hideaki Anno is kind of like the Kojima of kaiju stuff, where everyone thinks that there's always deeper meaning behind what he does.
Well, no,
sometimes it's just a lapse in judgment.
But yeah, no, what I was getting at was that Akiko Fuji in the original series, like, a lot of the time she is not, as the sole female member of the SSSP in that series, she is very rarely given anything important to do, which is a shame because
stark contrast from Ultra Q.
Exactly, and it's the same fucking actress too.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's on purpose or what, because I mean,
it could be
in this version of the SSSP we do have two female members. We have Funaberi and Asami actually, she's the one who goes big mode later on thanks to Alien Zarab. Like Fuji
Big Mode
does.
Was so funny. It was. We'll get to that, but
yeah,
it was funny.
I actually, honestly, all the villains in this were great. Alien Zarab was a lot of fun. I really liked how they redesigned him to be like, like hollow, I guess would be the correct term for that. It was really unsettling.
He looked 2D, but like not.
Yeah, like he looked 3D from the front, but you looked like I get an angle on him. He's like completely hollowed out. It was very unsettling and like, for lack of a better word, alien.
I liked how he looked kind of like noir. Like looks like he had like an overcoat and like a
Oh yeah,
hat.
no, that's like a trope in Ultraman that like aliens will like
cool.
dress up like that. I mean, the original Alien Zetten is not in this film there's a reason for that. But Alien Zetten is in like a suit, like just a straight suit. Or no. I think it's like a. Hold on, I gotta look it up. So I think I'm thinking of someone else. Alien Zetten's in like. No. He was in a suit in the original series, and then in further things he's had like a robe on. But in the original series, he was in like a suit coat.
Okay.
But yeah, that's like a trope. Anyways, the best one was Mephiles, though. I mean, come on.
Which one was that? That was the I don't know, like the dude who says this is one of my favorite quotes.
One of my favorite sayings.
No, yeah, he definitely stole the show for me.
He was honestly really great. He was the most like cartoony villain, but I mean that from like a place of love. Like it was a really, really great performance. Who played him? Koji Yamamoto, who's actually been in a bunch of Kamen Rider stuff as well.
It was funny. It was weird and funny because he was like kind of like upbeat and like happy, but also like he was like pretty evil.
Yeah.
Like it was just like a weird contrast. I thought it was really fun.
It was to the point where I legitimately thought they were going to do something weird and like make Mephiles a good guy, but then that was very clearly not the case.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I liked when he gave up because he saw Zophie.
He saw Zophie, yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, you know what? It's not worth it.
Yeah, that was interesting. I honestly, I similar to Shin Godzilla, I feel like I do need to watch this movie again to like fully appreciate it, because I definitely need to do that for Shin Godzilla.
I definitely need to watch this movie again.
Yeah. So, but hey, it's coming out soon in spring, so here's hoping.
Yeah.
But Mephiles is great, and I've already sent you. People have been memeing on Mephiles so far.
Oh yeah, as soon as I saw like the scenes with him saying like this is one of my favorite quotes and like stuff like that, I'm like, people are gonna meme the shit out of this.
Yeah, I mean,
there was a couple moments in this movie where I was like, people are gonna meme this.
I mean, the best one so far that I've seen that's made me laugh has been the "fuck around and find out," one of my favorite sayings.
Yeah.
Or one of my least favorite sayings. I really liked that, the fact that he had least favorite sayings too. That was really, really funny.
Yeah. It's so
and I gotta say, I think the redesign for Mephiles as well was like probably the best out of all the redesigns. I mean, Zetten was cool.
Yeah, he looked really cool.
But Zetten was also completely reimagined, because like in the original series, Zetten is an actual monster, but in this, Zetten is a weapon. So it's a little different for Zetten. It's still a great design, but no, Alien Mephiles was like the best out of the redesigns, I think. So yeah.
I thought Zetten was so cool. What a cool like just giant set piece.
Honestly, yeah, and the way they beat him too was like so out there too.
Oh yeah, then they had like the original like Ultraman transformation.
They did.
That was really cool.
Here's the one thing.
My eyes lit up when I saw that.
Here's the one thing I was really upset about when I watched this. There was no Schwatch. Not a single Schwatch in the film.
You told me about that. And then I also felt its absence.
I was also really hoping for a needle drop, even in the credits of the original Ultraman theme, but that never happened either. Which was surprising, because a lot of the score from Shiro Sagisu was also recycled from the original Ultraman. Like, to the point where, like, I honestly, except for like one specific instance, it was the music that was playing during the fight with Alien Mephiles. I really could not tell what was new music and what was recycled. That's just how, and that's really a testament to Sagisu's, talent as a composer.
We've talked about what, like 5 things that he's done music for at this point.
Probably.
Yeah, something like that.
What else? Because like, there's been multiple things he's done that like I've been like, oh, I've actually seen that. Let me see. I gotta. Yeah, so it's obviously he's done Neon Genesis Evangelion. He's
The rebuild movies.
Yeah. So he's done Gridman and Dynazenon, which you have not seen.
No.
What the hell? Wait, what is this? Okay. So I guess the Berserk Golden Age trilogy was re-edited for TV. So instead of like 3 movies, it was aired as a 13-episode TV series, and he did them. Oh no, he did the music for the movies too. My bad. It was just structured weirdly. So he did the music for those films. What else? So he's done all the Evangelion movies as well. And then, of course, Shin Godzilla and Shin Ultraman. So, yeah, he's a great composer. We've sung his praises on the show multiple times at this point for sure.
Yeah. All right. What else? What else we got? What was your favorite scene in the whole entire movie, Dave?
My favorite scene in the whole entire movie. Oh man.
I have to ask it every time.
I know.
And I ask Sam this every time we see a movie too. I ask
really?
what her favorite scene
Very
in the
nice.
movie was. Yeah, I did this for Megan. Megan was a great movie.
Oh, yeah, I see. I think my favorite scene in the whole entire movie was actually near the end when after Ultraman defeats I almost said Zaffi, defeats Zeton, and he and Zaffi have that discussion where like Zaffi's like, yeah, we gotta go back to the planet of light, and Ultraman says, no, I want to stay here. Humanity, they actually do have potential. I know we were just gonna like eradicate the planet, all life, but humanity actually has potential, and I want to see them grow. I think that was my favorite scene in the whole, because that's really like the overall message of the film, just kind of spelled out for you, which is not always a great way to do it, but I think it was really handled well here. Because ultimately that's what Ultraman is about. It's about like it's a very hopeful franchise for just for humanity in general, and I really liked how they presented that in this film.
Yeah, I think that's probably my unironic answer too. My completely ironic answer though is the giant woman scene, because that shit was hilarious. And because of the absolutely hilarious look that Sam gave me when it happened.
I can imagine.
Because the first thing that she whispered to me when that showed up was, there's going to be a bunch of creeps online that are going to be talking about it. And of course, literally almost immediately, they cut to like
that exact thing happening in the movie.
Yes. And it was probably one of the funniest things I've seen in the theater in a long time. This movie, it is like seriously funny.
It is, yeah, and it's
not even like obnoxious, like quick-witted or anything. It's just funny.
Yeah,
like it's just got some really good humorous scenes.
Yeah, one of the running jokes that I missed on my first time around, and I didn't even realize until people were talking about it, was that like everything Ultraman fights has quote a nasty beam attack. Like they keep quote, like that's the quote they say, like a nasty beam or whatever. I did not notice that until someone mentioned it online. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess they did say that a lot in the movie.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, right.
Well,
it's more subtle. No, yeah,
I think that's probably why that's probably why I should rewatch it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even not even because I missed 15 minutes of it, but yeah, I feel like I missed stuff in it. Like, when you watch a movie and you just feel like you missed stuff in it. And you want to go back. That's what I'm feeling right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But
I really wish it wasn't only available to see for like 2 days.
I know that was kind of awful. I would have liked to see it one more. I mean, I suppose I could have seen it dubbed, but I didn't really want to.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Whatever. But again, it sounds like we're not gonna have to wait long, so I'm not too torn up about it. But
yeah,
no, I really enjoyed this. It sounds like the majority of fans, not even fans, just like even like general audiences, like one of the friends I took to see with me, he has never seen anything Ultraman related ever, and he came out of it with like a big smile on his face and told me he loved it. So
yeah, I mean, same thing with Sam, our number one fan. She's never seen anything Ultraman except for seeing you and I watch Decker in the background.
Yeah, but
she had a great time. She liked it a lot, and she also thought it was really funny.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I mean, honestly, it's just a pretty kick-ass like sci-fi movie.
It really is. And I mentioned to you, Letterboxd had done a kind of their own version of Spotify Wrapped, and it looked like Shin Ultraman was actually one of the top-rated science fiction films of last year, which is actually very impressive.
That is impressive.
Yeah, so honestly, good for them. I don't think it's quite as good as some people are making it out to be. Like, I've seen people say it's like the best kaiju movie in years, and I don't think that's the case. I really, really don't.
No.
But it is very good. It's very entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I can see why someone would have that opinion.
Yeah, I can too. It's just not one I share.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really know. It's kind of hard to like, I don't know. I guess I don't really have an opinion on it either way.
Yeah.
Whether it's my favorite or not. I just know that it was a lot of fun to watch, and I definitely watch again, and I'm definitely going to buy it.
Yeah, for sure. I need to fill up more space on my DVD shelf that already has very little space.
Yeah, I probably need to get another shelf in general.
I probably need to too. But
yeah. Oh, well.
I know there was rumors swirling that they were going to make 2 more of these. Like, it was like Shin Ultraman 2 and then Shin Ultra 7. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but I would certainly like to see that if that's the case.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll
that
see.
would be cool. They make it a trilogy.
Yeah.
That'd be neat.
I
mean, Lord knows they have plenty of material.
They do. I mean, it's what is it? 66? I don't know. How old is that? How many years old is that? 1966.
I don't know.
Well, Ultra Q is 67. So I guess 55?
It's like 50, 55?
Yeah, I think
56?
55. That sounds correct. Okay, well there we go.
Oh, so Ultraman's in his mid 50s?
I guess so. What a guy.
Good for him. That's a well-aged 50 right there.
He looks good for a 55, yeah.
Hasn't put on any weight or anything.
Yeah, if anything, he's like he's all weird and skinny in this movie.
Yeah, that's one of the things I wanted to mention actually is how like the first time I saw him, he was just he looked weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But then I was like, oh, it's just like the original Ultraman design. But then the more I looked at it, I'm like, it is the same design, but he looks weird.
Well, for one,
he's
an alien.
He just looks very lanky, I think.
Well, that's the thing. Bin Furia, who is the suit actor for Ultraman, he's like tall and lanky. Like he's very tall for a Japanese man. Like that's the reason they cast him as Ultraman is because he was tall. And they actually scanned his body for the CGI model for this film. So that's
kind of sick.
Yeah. So they did that, and then Hideaki Anno himself actually performed the motion capture for Ultraman.
Really?
Yes, he did.
Oh my god! I really hope they have test footage of
I
him
think they do. I feel like I've seen some behind the scenes footage of it, of him
I
doing the
really
motion
want to
capture.
see that. That sounds so funny.
Yeah, it's real good.
Yeah.
But
Well, if there are follow-up movies to this, what would you like to see?
I don't know. Well, so someone mentioned this.
'Cause you have more knowledge.
I do have more knowledge,
than I
yes.
do. So,
I don't know. Well, that's the thing, because like if they do a Shin Ultraman 2, they already kind of did Zetten, and Zetten is the final enemy in the original series. So I don't know what else they would do for that, unless they like kind of reorganize it and they do Shin Ultra 7 next, and then they do like Return of Shin Ultraman and bring Ultraman Jack in. I don't know how they'd want to do it, but someone did mention that if they do Shin Ultra 7, that so a running kind of a running gag in the original Ultra 7. So obviously Ultraman, his transformation on him is the beta capsule. It's that little thing, he presses the button and he becomes Ultraman.
Yep.
Ultra 7, Dan Moroboshi has the Ultra Eye. It's like these little goggles that he pulls up to his face, and then he turns into Ultra 7. And one of the running gags in that series is that he gets them stolen all the fucking time. Like aliens female aliens specifically too, tend to steal the Ultra Eye all the time. And so I saw someone mention on Twitter, is like, man, if they really do Shin Ultra 7, I can't. How many times is Dan gonna get the glasses stolen? 7, 8 throughout a 2-hour movie, probably. So I want to see that. I want to see that. That's what I want to see for a sequel.
that would be funny. I would be down for that. I haven't watched Ultra 7 yet either. I gotta finish the original series.
Hurry the fuck up, Brian. God.
I know. I have no excuse.
You really don't.
Should be my New Year's resolution is to finish Ultraman this year.
Ultraman. Do it. All right. Well, anything else you want to add about Shin Ultraman?
No. Other than I just really liked it, and I hope we get more stuff like that.
Me
Also,
too.
very brisk movie.
It is very brisk.
It's a very fast watch.
I think that's due to the pacing, and I didn't really love the pacing because it mostly just felt like a clip show more than anything, more than like a cohesive film. And I guess that is kind of the point because it's based on a TV show. But yeah, I just felt like there wasn't a lot of like breathing room in the movie at all.
Yeah,
and I again, that's like by design.
It felt like episodes of a show tied together into a movie.
And I'm sure that was by design, but for me at least, it didn't fully work for me.
Yeah, I thought it was unique, so I kind of liked it, but I can see why you didn't like it. But I don't know.
But I know, again, cool. Overall, pretty good. Enjoyed it. I want more.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, an ultra-based question here. What do you like more, Shin Godzilla or Shin Ultraman? Don't answer that. That's a bad question, and I know it.
No, I don't know. I'd have to like A, rewatch Shin Ultraman, and B, maybe even watch them back to back because they are very similar films, both in like direction and structure.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know. I don't really think it's worth comparing just because they're not trying to do the same thing.
I mean, they kind of are. I mean, they go about it. Well, the thing is, they attempt to do the same thing in that they try to update those franchises for a modern audience, for a very, very modern audience. And they do.
Oh, I just meant that, like direction and like tone and stuff.
Well, that's
not necessarily trying to reinvent.
Well, yeah, I mean, because that's because the original Ultraman and the original Godzilla are two very tonally dissimilar.
Yeah, well,
so
that's why I said
right
off
the bat, they're two.
I knew it was a dumb question.
but they both set out to do the same exact thing, and I think they do a really good job of it. But yeah,
I think they both do a great job, like just making these like. Updating them for a new time and a new new audiences. Like I watched Shin Godzilla and Shin Ultraman with Sam, and she loved both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like new audience to this stuff.
Yeah,
like, it's hard to go back and watch the old stuff because some people just don't like old movies.
Weak.
And some people like messaging and like, like some of the stuff that those old movies were about is not really, it's not really transferable to common, like new or not common, to current times and stuff.
Yeah.
But whatever.
But
I like both of
I'm actually I'm even more interested to see what Anno does with Shin Kamen Rider, because
Yeah, that's gonna
that'll
be rad.
very, very interesting.
I think it should go without saying that you and I are very excited for anything Kamen Rider in the future.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah.
All right. Well, moving on, mostly because I'm kind of working off on a deadline here.
Yep.
So, hey Brian,
Yo.
what new cool kaiju thing are you checking out right now?
Kamen Rider.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we kind of already talked about that. Whoops.
Yeah. Let me think.
I've got multiple things I can talk about. So if you don't, if you have nothing,
I mean, you and I, we gotta watch Decker.
Yeah.
Coming up. Decker's
Yeah.
almost done.
yeah, I think the
with one more
finale
episode.
is this week actually.
Yeah. So we'll be watching that, and
Yeah,
we'll
that'll probably
be getting a review out.
That's
like,
probably
next
our
month.
next episode is going to be a review for Ultraman Decker, so keep an eye out for that.
Oh, okay. So then this month probably.
Yeah, most likely.
Which I'm looking forward to because Decker.
It's
Decker
been great.
rocked. That was
It's
a
been
good
great.
show. I was really scared that the later half of the season would fall off, and it hasn't. Even though there's not really like a huge like, it doesn't really feel like the state. I mean, the whole thing with the sphere, it doesn't really feel
Yeah.
as like.
I mean, again, we're 2 episodes
dire
behind, so who knows what can happen.
Yeah, I guess they could definitely like build up the threat a bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm excited about that. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Well,
and then other than that, I don't really got anything.
well, like I said, that's okay because I have like multiple different things I can talk about.
Wow, okay, Dave, making it all about you.
Yeah, I am. Fuck you, Brian.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, this is my show. I run everything. So I read the Kamen Rider manga by Shotaro Ishinomori, which I have since learned after finishing the Godfathers of Tokusatsu book that it was actually being written in conjunction with the series itself. So it's not like adapting it. They were just they were being made at the exact same time, and they're similar but also very different. I mean, the manga goes further in the story than we are in the series, so I can't really speak to that. But I will say the manga ends very dark. It's a very dark ending for what was overall kind of an upbeat story. Because again, it's a superhero show, you know? So tell me why the Kamen Rider manga ends with a kid dying of leukemia.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's kind of fucked. It really is. But that was really good.
What a huge bummer.
It was a major bummer. And it kind of comes out of nowhere, too. Like, the character we get introduced to in that chapter, it's not like it's a brand new character who just dies at the end of the chapter. But, so there's that. I started reading the Ultraman manga, the one that we've covered the Netflix series of. And
is it any better than the actual series?
It is significantly better, and holy fucking shit did Netflix drop the ball on the art style, because the manga itself is goddamn gorgeous. It is legitimately so good, and they just dropped the ball.
Yeah, that Netflix series was meh.
Yeah. Season 3 coming out this year.
What do you think? You think it's going to be okay?
Yeah, I think I honestly I do. I think it's going to be okay and nothing else.
Yeah, that's about what I think it'll probably be.
Yeah, but yeah, I've read the first volume of that, and it's pretty good. I'm actually very excited to read more. I have the first 4 volumes of that out of I think volume 17 is coming out later this year. So I got plenty of content to catch up on. So that's really good. I also started reading finally Kaiju number 8, which we've talked about briefly on the show, which is actually getting an anime adaptation next year. And so I read the first volume of that, and I am honestly in love. It's a lot of fun. And Brian, I really, really think you should read it because it seems right up your alley. It's like it's kind of goofy and cheesy in all the right ways. The art style is really good. The kaiju are really, really cool looking. I think you'd really like it.
All right, I'll look into it
because I'm probably going to want to review the anime when it comes out next year as well. So keep that in mind.
All right.
Plus, we've never really reviewed like a comic or a book before.
No.
Got to branch
I've
out.
been reading a lot though, so I'm.
See, there you go.
Honestly, I'd be down. Oh, something I forgot to mention is that during the holidays when I was back home, you showed me Red Man.
I did.
Or no,
we
that
watched.
was last. It was last week.
Yeah, we watched the Kamen Rider and then we watched Red Man.
That's right. Yeah, we watched
the first
Red
episode,
Man, and that was Red Man was an experience.
It was that's a word for it.
That was you know what? It was really funny.
It is. No, Red Man's a lot of fun. It
was a lot of fun. It was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
All right.
Yeah.
But
I'll watch more. I mean, especially because they're only like 2 minutes long.
Yeah. We'll probably watch more as we watch Kamen Rider and Decker. But
yeah. Well, I mean, Decker's going to be over pretty soon.
I know, but then we'll have Kamen Rider to watch.
That is true. All 200 something episodes.
There's only 98. It's not 200.
Oh.
Calm down. We're not even we're not in the triple digits. Not quite.
Okay, good.
And I think after that, like they get to a more reasonable amount of episodes. Like I think Kamen Rider V3 is only like 52.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but we have a long ways to go before we get to Kamen Rider V3. So
yeah.
But I think that's kind of it for the show tonight. Bit of a quick one, which is nice.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't have anything else to talk about.
What a way to ring in the new year, having a nice short episode.
Yeah.
Will it last? Probably not. Knowing us.
No. Well, probably next episode for Decker. If it is Decker, we'll probably go off the rails
Decker,
a bit.
Is my guess.
Because there's like 25
episodes, yeah.
And there's lots of inside jokes that we have.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to explain every single one of them.
Now,
to
Brian,
you guys.
because the next time we watch Decker is probably going to be the last time, you know what you have to go out and buy, right?
What?
Rice crackers.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You got to go buy some rice crackers.
I'm actually going to Trader Joe's like right after this, so I might actually buy
some
stick them
rice
in my
crackers.
pantry and I'll have them.
There you go. I'll do the same.
Yeah. Or I can do like the really authentic thing, and next time I'm in Vancouver, I can go to like a Japanese supermarket. And get some.
There you go. And you should ask them, hey, have you seen Ultraman Decker?
Go up to some random cashier. Hey, have you seen Ultraman Decker? That's one way that I get a weird look, and I would
you
never
make a brand new friend.
Again. No, I don't think that would result in me getting a friend.
Probably not. No, but you never know. Only one way to find out. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna not do that. You could do that.
All right.
When you visit.
Okay, maybe I will.
And I will be way down the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was Talking Toku, and we did Shin Ultraman. Yeah. Good to be back as usual. I've missed doing it for the past month or so. So happy to be back on board. Go follow us at Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and YouTube at Talking Toku. The YouTube is hopefully going to have most, if not all, the episodes up by the end of the week, so I can actually start posting that channel around on various platforms. Yeah. Go join the Kaiju United Facebook page and Discord server. We got a bunch of cool things in the pipeline for Kaiju United.
We sure do.
We do. I keep talking about it. We have an interview with Kaiju United head Jacob Lingle coming up soon. I don't know. That'll probably be very soon, actually, because March 7th is not far away. And we'll be doing a second interview with him and Sean U. Santos shortly after that. So be on the lookout for that. So yeah. And hey, if you're going to All Monsters Attack, I'll be there, and Brian will probably be there.
Maybe. I looked at flights. They're a bit expensive, but I'll look again next week.
Do it. My dad says Tuesdays are like the best days to look at flights. So,
well, today is indeed a Tuesday.
Well, there you go.
So, I don't know. I'll check it. I'll check it again.
Yeah,
maybe.
Just keep an eye on it. That's how it works. Just gotta wait.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it. So, yeah, I'm David.
I'm Brian.
And we'll see you guys next time for a cool review of Ultraman Decker.
Yeah, you better be there, or else I'll drag you kicking and screaming.
Bring the rice crackers.
Yep, you better bring those fucking rice crackers. If you don't, then you're not a true fan.